With exactly 1 month until the first presidential nominating contest begins in Iowa, Nikki Haley has a few things going for her. The candidate who press believe has the best chance of winning nomination has proven to be a candidate who is not Donald Trump. He has a base of Republican donors on Wall Street and elsewhere who could help him finish the fourth quarter in a better financial position than his primary rival, Ron DeSantis, whose fundraising has slowed. As of this week, he has been endorsed by Republican New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, which could boost his poll numbers in New Hampshire. He also has a well-established advantage over Joe Biden in general election polls. The latest Wall Street Journal poll, for example, has him ahead 5-1-3-4. In the same poll, Trump was only 4 points ahead of Biden. These are important assets for a candidate to have. But what's missing is lack of any momentum. Iowa Haley's support state remains steady at 16%. According to a Des Moines RegisterNBC NewsMediacom poll released this week, it is at same level as before election October. Interest in the campaign is increasing. Doing well in Iowa isn't the be-all and end-all. Ted Cruz won last time. But Trump's campaign will surely frame a landslide victory in the primary as proof of its inevitability. Haley isn't doing much better in the other primary states. And more importantly, she has no apparent plan to do anything about it. It's possible, as every article on this topic must acknowledge, that there's nothing a non-Trump candidate can do surpass him after all. But as Jonathan Martin wrote in Politico last week, this is unlikely to lead the formation of an anti-Trump coalition. There are numerous former administration officials who believe he is unfit for office. There are current former frontrunners like Christie and Tim Scott. They might be offered something to get them to withdraw and/or support a non-Trump option. As Mitt Romney others have said, there are Republicans in Congress who publicly support Trump but privately acknowledge that is damaging the party's national brand. Haley did not try to organize these potential allies or make a case against Trump himself. He approached what could be the last GOP debate with surprising passivity, mentioning only his head-to-head advantage over Biden and making a very oblique reference to Trump. Whining, or feuds, are, in our opinion, at least fairly direct relative to indirect criticism. Sarah Longwell, a Republican consultant known for leading focus groups of Trump supporters and other voters, suggested there might be a practical explanation for Haley's low-energy performance. When get into pole position in a campaign, as he did, people call you and give a lot of advice, Longwell said. Donors call you for advice. Consultants call you for advice. And because the stakes and expectations were high for him, he seemed kind of frozen. Even though it gives her some insight into the debate. YISN